Hello, I hope you are doing good. This is the second video of the mentorship. We are going to see C setups or classic setups. We learned in the first lesson about the levels we use. I think by now you know how to pick and to mark them. We did learn about the confirmation candle, a CC, that should be bullish for a V level, bearish for A level, bearish for a gap, bearish gap, and bullish for a bullish gap. We also learned about equilibrium and the order of time frames we should look at when we want to find equilibrium or any given level at any given time frame. Today we are going to see classic setups. So let's begin. First of all, what I want you to know is the concept of CC itself is an entry, and the concept of equilibrium itself is an entry type, another entry type. But after passing a very long time in the market, I developed my own entries that I find very special, very consistent when they are used in the right place. My entries are a combination of CC entries plus equilibrium entries. They are everywhere. They appear very often, and with the right knowledge, you can spot them and be a part of every move price can develop. So let's do a short recap about CC and equilibrium. Short recap now. CC or a CC. We can find a CC at a V level. We can find a CC at A level. What we did say about the V level. For a V level, CC should be bullish. This is our CC. For A level, the CC should be bearish. For a bullish gap, this is our gap. Bullish CC. Or a bearish gap. Let's say it is our gap. The CC should be bearish. That's what we learned about CC. For a V level, CC should be bullish. A level, CC should be bearish. A bullish gap, CC should be bullish. For a bearish gap, CC should be bearish. That's all about CC. Let's see the equilibrium. we did say that in order to find the equilibrium of any given level, we should go one time frame below the main time frame. To go one time frame below the main time frame, we should use this order of time frames. Time frame or time frame. For a higher time frame, we do use forward, forward, 1 hours, 30 minutes. Sometimes, just sometimes, we use 15 times. In order to find the equilibrium of 4 hour time frame, and the 1 hour, 30 minutes, 10 minutes. The equilibrium of 4 hour time frame is 2 hours. The equilibrium of any given level at 2 hours time frame, we will find it at 1 hour time frame. The equilibrium of 1 hour time frame is 30 minutes time frame. The equilibrium of 30 minutes time frame, we will find it at 10 time frame. Like I said, we do use 15 minutes in some cases, and we can find the equilibrium of 15 minutes time frame at 5 minutes time frame. So by now, you know the levels we use, the time frames we use. We will play with those two concepts to find our entries. We use our levels, CC setups, the equilibrium, and the order of time frames. Those four concepts are our entries. So we are going to use classic levels, classic CC, and gap CC. We also have a gap breakup. That's odd. Classic levels and gap levels. Classic CC, gap CC, gap breakout. For classic level, either V or A. For a gap, this is the gap. We know how to mark it. For a classic CC actually is this. Like that. You see here G of A. This is a classic CC. This is classic CC. have a classic either V or a gap. This is a gap. This is the gap. Classic CC is either A or V with a confirmation candle. We have also a gap CC. A gap CC is a gap that has a CC. A gap breakout. A gap breakout is actually this gap. A gap that got broken very aggressively. Those are the levels we have and we are going to use all the time. So after seeing our levels, CC concept, equilibrium concept, the order of time frames, we all know those concepts. Now we can start the classic setups. My bad.
Coisas que só acontecem.
Setups or C setups. We have 4 main setups. I want you to focus and memorize combinations I'm going to show you. So, first one, first setup we are going to see is, let me draw. Imagine that we have a classic level here we have classic level. In X time frame, classic level and X. Okay. And when we go to lower time frame, what we are going to find? We are going to find classic CC at the same level. Imagine that we have a classic at 1 hour. And when we go to 30 minutes, we find a classic CC That's what we are going to find in one time frame below. What price will go here? At the right time and the right place, price will go down. This is level and just fly up. Same thing. This is the setup number 1. This is the time frame. Time 2. For both hours. Friday. Hours. Email. This is the setup number 1. The classic to classic CC. There you can find the classic at 4 hours. And when you go to 2 hours at the same level, we will find the classic CC. 2 hours to 1 hour. 1 hour, 30 minutes. 30 minutes to 50 minutes. I wanted to focus and memorize this setup. Using the A level with CC, with combination with equilibrium, using the order of time frames. The main time frame is a classic. The time frame below is a classic CC. When this happens, price tends to go and visit the level once again and just flies up. Remember this. Classic, CC. Classic to classic CC. This is setup number 1. Let's go to the second one. Second one is classic classic level. Take your time and memorize the setups. Basic, and when we get one time frame lower, what we are going to find, a gap. How to find this gap? So let me draw this. We'll find it like this. See the gap. And like we said, this is like this. My frame is X time frame divided by 4 hours to 2 hours. 2 hours to 1 hour, 1 hour to 50, 50 to 15. Whenever you find something like this, classic in the main time frame, and when we go at lower time frame to the lower time frame, one time frame lower, we will find at this same level, we will find a gap. Classic, the gap at the same level. Price tends to go down, visit the level, and just rise up. Same thing. Rise up. This is the second setup. I want you to memorize it. Classic to gap. Main time frame, one time frame. 4 hours, 2 hours. 2 hours, 1 hour. 1 hour, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, 15 minutes. This is the second time, the second setup, or second entry of C setups. Let's go and see the third setup. Third setup is actually the same one, but the only difference is here. Third setup is classic gap CC. Classic gap CC. We have a classic here. And when we jump one time frame lower, we find a gap CC. This one. Let's write this one. Classic at X time frame at this level, and when we go one time frame lower, we will find at the same level the gap CC. Price tends to go down. Visit this fresh level at X time frame, but it is not fresh, it is unfresh in the second time frame. The one time frame below the main time frame, we'll find it a gap CC, a gap that is not fresh. Fresh level at X time frame, and fresh level at one time frame lower, but not any unfresh level, a specific one. This time it's a gap CC, classic to gap CC. This is the third entry. Let's go for the fourth entry, the last one, C setups. The fourth entry and the last one is tick to gap view. This is the only type where I'm going to use equilibrium 2 times. Classic to WO to QM. What's the meaning of that? Let's draw segment. Classic. Let's draw classic level. This is our classic level. And X time frame. Time frame. And when we go one time frame lower, we will find a gap breakouts. And something like this. Same level at X time frame, we have a classic. One time frame lower, we have a gap breakout. One time frame lower than this, we should find this for head and shoulders, I guess. Basic today. X time frame we have classic. One time frame lower we have like gap breakout. This is the only gap breakout we use. We are not interested by any gap breakout, any other gap breakout, only this. And when we go one time frame lower than this time frame, we will find the QM. Nice. What it tends to do, it tends to visit this level, the flag, fresh level at X time frame, fresh gap breakout at one time frame lower. Actually, it doesn't matter if this gap is fresh or unfresh before it gets broken. It doesn't matter if this gap is fresh or unfresh before it gets broken. Then when we go one time frame lower than this time frame, we will find a QM or head and shoulders. Let's draw it very quickly. We'll find something like this. This is the QM. This is the left shoulder. This is the head. Our entry will be the right shoulder. When price came down to visit this level, it forms the right shoulder and it will be our entry. This is X time frame. X time frame. I do. This is X time frame. I do the all. Let's give an example here. Imagine here it's a 2-hour time frame. Here, when we go to one time frame lower, we'll find a gap breakout. One time frame lower is 1 hour. At 1 hour, when we find a gap breakout, one time frame lower than this is 30 minutes. At 30 minutes, we will find a QM. Those are the C setups. We have 4 setups. 4 setups. The first one is a classic CC. Second one is a classic to gap. The third one is a classic to gap CC. The fourth one is a classic to gap breakout to HNS. Actually, this is bullish. This is the classic setups. Everything we said about the V level is the same thing about the A level. Everything we said about the V level is the same thing about A level. Don't forget the CC should always be bullish for V level and bearish for A level. Always. The CC is bullish for a gap that is bullish, and the CC should be bearish for a bearish gap. Those are the four setups we have in classic setups. I want you to memorize them. Memorize those setups. So now let's jump to the chart and see some examples. So look here, what we do now here. Here we have 2 hours time frame. We have a classic here. Before price came up and go down, we did have a classic A level. Let's go to 1 hour. Let's find in 1 hour we do have a gap breakout. Let's find if at 30 minutes we have a QM or HMS. If we have a QM, this is the confirmation to our setup, and it will be the fourth setup. Sorry. Like we did say 2 hours classic, 1 hour gap breakout at 30 minutes. What we do have here? We have a QM. What price did after going down and breaking all those levels, price came up with this QM. It is the left shoulder, the head. This is the right shoulder. Price touches that level and goes down. This is the fourth setup. Sorry, the fourth entry. Here what we do have on 1 hour time frame, we have a classic V. Price break this opposite level and came down to visit this fresh level, V level, and continue to move up. So let's see the equilibrium of this level at 13 minutes. At 13 minutes, we have a gap. At the same level, we have a gap. This is the second entry, classic to gap. Price visit that level and price here is another example. Price break this opposite level is A level after creating the fresh V level here. Price came down and visit this level, but while this exit level to the tick. Let's go to the 2 minutes and see what we did have. Like you see here, we have a classic CC. This is the first entry we did learn today. classic to classic CC, classic in 1 hour. And when we go to one time frame lower, which is 30 minutes, we did find a classic CC. Price came down to the tick, zero drawdown, and price up. Another example here. As you can see, we have classic our fresh. When we go to 1 hour, we find classic CC. Same thing here. Classic 1 hour. Fresh. Here is a gap. I think we did see this example. So I wanted to revise what setups we did see today. I mean, when to use them, where to use them, how to use them, what to take and what to ignore, what's the confirmation we should see before entering any trade. For this, I will teach you that learning setups, and it will be recorded. We'll have it in private chat. Good luck.